I live in a minivan, trying to go to all 50 states, go on an outdoor adventure, and drink a local beer. And today, I'm in Texas. So exciting to be here. I'm finally in the West. I can tell because my skin is dry all of a sudden. From Louisiana, I drove up through Austin, across the hill country, into the plateau country, and now I'm in Guadalupe Mountains National Park. And tomorrow, I'm going backpacking and spending the night on a mountain. Good morning. And happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay, if this is the first vlog of mine you've ever seen, it's about to get real personal, but I don't feel like hiking right now. One, because I'm really stressed. I have emails I need to answer. My video that I was supposed to have out last night, I wasn't able to get up in time. I'm supposed to be making a video about a product someone sent me that I have to have out by next week, 7 days from now, and I haven't started yet. I'm like, okay, I have to see the good in it, because on one hand, I'm stressed because my wildest dreams are coming true. Having a YouTube channel and people actually be interested and along for the journey with me and believing in me, like, you couldn't ask for more. Same time, I'm also really overwhelmed, and I feel like there's just never enough time in the week. Also, I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is crazy. I kind of don't want to be outside because of it. I'm really hoping on the mountain it's different, maybe. So, here's my plan. The 3 things that are stressing me out is I didn't get my video uploaded last night. I need to work on that product video, and I just have a bunch of emails and texts and direct messages I need to answer. Of those 3 things, I'm going to find a place to get my video uploaded today, and then I'm going to hike, and I'm just going to leave these 2 stressors behind. And the wind, I guess I'll just have to pack an extra wind layer. Oh, I look kind of bald. Oh well, bald is good. Okay, so got the video uploaded. It was also a blessing in disguise because I got to do a live chat, and I don't get to do that often. Also, it was a good thing because I made myself some coffee while I was waiting, and I noticed I was about to run out of fuel. And otherwise, if I hadn't made that cup of coffee, I would have been up a mountain, ran out of fuel, couldn't have my dinner or breakfast, so it was a blessing in disguise. Now, obviously, you could probably tell, I am much less stressed. And while I was packing, while the video was uploading, I had a lot of time to pack, double check I had everything, fill up water. So it probably would have taken me a little bit to get ready to go anyway. So I was packing up, and I just had this feeling, like whenever I go backpacking and I use my gear, I'm like, yeah, I feel pretty cool for owning nice backpacking gear. Yeah, I have a pretty cool life. And I got excited about going to... Don't stare at me for talking to myself in my car. Rude pedestrians. I've hit another obstacle, and now I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go. When I picked up my pack, under it was wet, and I realized that my water bladder was leaking. So now I have everything out that it leaked on out drying. So that fixes the problem for now. It's gonna delay me, but it'll be fine. But I can't tell why my water bladder was leaking, and what if this happens again when I'm on trail? I couldn't sleep in a wet sleeping bag, that'd be freezing. So I'm just hoping the leak stops. However it started, I hope just as randomly as it started, it goes away the same way. It's 1:15 local time, and most of my stuff has dried enough. Might be a little damp, but it's okay. And I looked at my water bladder and I couldn't find a hole, so it's possible that I just didn't scrunch it down, really tighten it as hard as it could go. So I'm hoping that could be the problem. I have it sitting on the sidewalk now and it hasn't leaked since, so hopefully. I'll also wrap it in a towel, so at least it'll sort of stop everything else from getting wet. And I guess worst case scenario, like I get a while into the trail, I see it leaking, I have to come back. So let's give it a try, because it's now or never. Time for a quick costume change. I am so out of breath and sweaty. I've only really been hiking at a slight incline. I wasn't really planning on taking off my pant legs, but while I'm at it, I might as well. Whew. Would have been smart to decide that before I put my pack back on. I am starting to see myself gaining some elevation. Still got a long way to go, but it's something. Alrighty, ladies and gents, Bear Canyon, 1.8 miles and a whole lot of elevation. It took me about a half hour to get this far, and right now it's 2:22 local time, 3:22 on my watch because I haven't changed it from Central Time. This is how hard I'm breathing, and it's been 12 minutes. But I wanted to take a break to point out this rock formation I'm hiking by. It's really unique how there are kind of dark gray stripes caused by water probably against the orangish rock. And then there are overhangs or underclings or something. I forget the proper word for it. I knew when I hung out with people that rock climbed But anyway, the rock is kind of hanging over itself. Down below there, and then up there, and up there. And this is what my finger looks like. I'm taking a break now because I'm an hour in, and it definitely looks like I'm more close to the top than I am, you know, sea level, or the level the ground was. But you never know with these things. Oh golly, jeez. It is definitely brutal though. I haven't climbed, go away flies. I haven't climbed a mountain since I was in Tennessee. Although that was Old Mac at Frozen Head State Park, and I'm not sure if that counted as a mountain or not. So I guess the last one was Old Rag in Shenandoah. But anyway, it's been a while. You can see that the plants have changed a whole lot now that I'm up here. Also, look how close those trees are. I remember when I could barely tell what was an individual tree. Woohoo! Done with Bear Canyon. And the time is 5:15. Now, the hardest part is over, but it doesn't mean this part isn't hard. I'm still really out of breath, but I'm trying to hold off till I get to the peak to sit down and have a snack. I found this little spot. It's sunny but blocked from the wind to tuck myself away while I reward myself. Nothing I was craving like Texas heat. Not sponsored. I probably shouldn't rest here too long because I looked at the map and it looks like I still have a pretty decent ways to my campsite. Oh, I've been forgetting to tell you what places are. I started at Foothills Ranch, went up Bear Canyon, of course. I took the Bowl Trail here, which is Hunter Peak, and I'm camping at a place called Pine Top. Before I leave Hunter Peak, I laid down on the edge because standing is kind of scary. Just had to have one last look at these rock formations. They look like spines of a stegosaurus or just giant, I don't even know what to call it, just vertical sheets of rock sticking out of the ground. I am feeling a bit not good, especially in my stomach. I feel a little bit nauseous. It started after I ate that snack at the top. Oh, my best guess is that it's altitude sickness because I've been drinking water. I don't know what else. I don't think it would be something to have to do with the food. Oh gosh. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting to camp and not walking. Two things to tell you. First, for a minute there, I was moving at 1 mile an hour. My eyes and my face were like this. And I was like, wow, I am really out of it. So I threw up and I felt better. Now, I feel like screaming because I somehow took a wrong turn and I'm back at Bear Canyon. I could have been at camp by now if I had paid more attention or something. So this was incorrectly labeled, I guess, or the sign was wrong. But I just did all that when I could have just done that. Whew. Here's this intersection. So I must be at the pointy part where it says the bowl. But that took 10 minutes, so maybe if I keep power walking, I'll get there before dark. Here's where I went wrong, I guess. Bowl trails. So it doesn't even say anything about Juniper. This place is not very well marked. And I have like a few miles, I think, till I reach my campsite. It's 8:40 my time, and I just got to the four-way intersection, so I know one step closer. Campground, 0.2 miles. Heck yeah! No camping in this area. Pine Top Campground, 0.1 miles. so I'm not really having a good time. It's past 11 and I just got into bed. Got done with setting up the tent, cooking dinner, and bear bagging. I really should not have even bothered cooking dinner. I should have just had my Cliff Bar. It was so cold, it took forever for the water to boil, and then it wasn't really even that good anyway. And my toes went so numb. It hurt so bad. Also, I noticed I was sitting next to a cactus, and I got some of the needles in me. Great. So, yeah. It was a rough night, as you can probably imagine. I woke up twice for no reason. Well, I guess the first time I had to go to the bathroom. I resisted as long as I could, but then I was like, okay, let's just get it over with. So I got outside and the wind had stopped and the moon was directly over me. Full moon was like a spotlight. And then when I got back in the tent, I could hear an owl in the distance. I was still freezing my butt off, but still. Gotta appreciate the cool moments while you have them. I'm wearing pretty much all the clothes I brought. They say sleeping bags work better the fewer layers you wear because they can get to your body heat. Well, I don't know. I think I have enough evidence that that always isn't the case. The real stars of the show is the fact that I brought gloves and hand warmers. After I was sitting on the ground making dinner for an hour, my toes were in bad shape. They were so stiff and hurt so bad. But I figured out I could put my toe warmers over top of my wool socks and then hold them in place with my, daytime hiking socks. And that kept my feet warm enough throughout the night. Thank goodness. Life hacks with Maddie. Another life hack is the reason I haven't set my watch to mountain time. I'm keeping it in standard central time for as long as I can. Is that I'm used to central time, so I'm trying to keep my sleep cycle and everything in that rhythm. So like if I am like, oh, look at the time, it's 11, gotta get ready for bed, and I'm ready for bed at 12, it's actually 11. And then, like, say I accidentally sleep until 9:30, it's actually only 8:30. It's like having a bonus hour in the day. For now, though, I'm just laying in my tent waiting for it to get a little later in the morning because I figure the more the sun's up, the less freezing it's going to be when I get out of this tent. Here's our next problem. I can't find my bear bag. I know I walked through those, you can't really see this second, but those two trees up there. And then I came down a ways and there was a tree that had branches clear enough for me to throw my pea cord over, but now I don't see it. My pea cord is bright pink, so you think it would just stand out now that it's daylight. Here it is. I just walked too far downhill. I feel 1,000,000 times better out here in the sun. There is no breeze. I'm sitting on my hat and gloves, so the rock isn't even cold. Feels like I came back to life. Breakfast this morning is a lovely oatmeal. It's really plain. It's kind of gross. I do not like it. This is instant coffee and powdered creamer, by the way. But yeah, my cook set is made for backpacking, lightweight backpacking, so I love it. Might be my favorite piece of gear I own. From the pot, this lid is supposed to flip around and be a little lid for your mug. Isn't that cute? My original thinking was that today I would maybe explore around here, maybe do this one if I hadn't already done it yesterday, but it's already 12, so that's not happening. This time I'm going down the Tejas Trail, which is much less steep than Bear Canyon. I don't think I've had a chance to mention it yet, but these mountains are full of crystals. They're really pretty to walk past. I'm kind of tempted to taste them to see if it tastes like salt, but nah. Gotta say no to some things. I would have called this the Triangle Trail if I was them, because we are doing all sorts of angles up and down this hill. But, fun fact, did you know Tejas means friends in Spanish, and that's how Texas got its name? Well, that's what I hear, except I have two questions. First, is it a synonym for amigo, or is it a little more specific? Also, if it's Spanish and it ends in AS, that just means a plural group of females. So, does it really translate to girl gang or something like that? Here in the great state of the girl gang. I really want to take this little guy with me, but if everyone took a rock, they'd run out of rocks. So, I'll just have to remember. It looks like we're in the Flintstones movie, doesn't it? I wasn't planning to stop this early, but I could definitely take a snack break. Take some time to take this all in. Well, here's some more rock formations I just noticed. Here, this guy looks so straight up and down, so perpendicular to the ground. And then we have this cresting wave over here with another little carved out spot like we saw in Bear Canyon. And then past that, look at all those slots. I think those are called crags. And then of course we got the Paleozoic era over here. I've hiked a little ways down the trail and now I can see those flat rocks go all the way down here. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Way down there. And that connects to the cresting wave rock. I'm getting pretty close to the bottom of the trail, and now I'm seeing these rocks that are really flat, sharp angles, right angles I mean. It's nothing like we've seen before. And look at this. You can see the layers of the rock. Did you know that the middle of the US used to be underwater? Used to be a sea back in the dinosaur ages. Look, a cactus. We haven't seen that type of cactus much either. Oh, it has yellow things. Here's another one of that type of cactus we just saw, except it looks like some things are dying. Look how cool. The skeleton of a cactus. Okay, now it just feels like I'm stopping every couple of feet, but is this naturally blue? I think it would have to be, because if someone came along and painted it for a trail marker, well, first of all, there are no trail markers on this trail. Second of all, they really got into the details. Alrighty, on to the freehold. Wait, let's check the map just to be positive. Okay, we must be at this intersection. So I'll go this way and just keep going straight. I'm parked so that I could go on the freehold trail, but I've already done that and it might be interesting to see something else. Here we go. Foothills Trail. There's definitely a ton of these long skinny cactuses down here. I think I knew their name once, but I forget now. You know, the weird thing about backpacking is you very quickly forget how much it sucks. I don't know why I go backpacking. Maybe it's kind of like why people run marathons, just for the sense of the accomplishment and knowing you're strong enough to. This was a really hard route though. I did it because at first I was gonna come hike Guadalupe Peak, the tallest mountain in Texas. But as I was getting the permits, I asked, is it crowded? And the ranger was like, yeah, it kind of is. But you know what? This is a similar route that you can do, and the views are just as good, and it's less crowded. Looking back, I don't know if I would have done it again with Bear Canyon and then getting lost once I got up there. Not lost, but taking the wrong intersection, you know. It's level 2 fun is what it is, where it's not fun in the moment, but when you look back at it, you're like, yeah, that was kind of fun. my hip bones say, never again, please. I really ought to unpack, but I really want a shower and I really want a beer. Shower beer would be perfect, but I don't think Planet Fitness allows that. I took a shower at Planet Fitness in El Paso. I stopped by for some beer too. El Paso was cool because it's like right on the border of Mexico, and I kind of wanted to go to Mexico just to be like, oh, I'm in Mexico, but my passport's expired, so you know, that didn't happen. So I was just driving towards where I'm headed next in New Mexico, and I found this, which is Franklin Mountains State Park. This is tonight's beer selection. The Statement of Purpose, Peanut Butter Golden Stout, made in Texas by Texans, from brewed and canned by Martin House Brewing Company. I picked this out because I have seen a lot of birds. Not like this, it's been mostly turtle doves, but this was the most naturey looking one. Okay, let's see what a golden stout looks like. Very peanut buttery, very strong. Maybe even overwhelmingly peanut buttery. Very golden, like this sunset. It is so good, so rich. 8% alcohol by volume, so I'm gonna have to sit here a minute or just drink it really slow. So, about this beer, I don't really like it. When I was in college, there was something called Burnett's, which was vodka that came in every single flavor. Like, I mean, I'm sure y'all might have heard of it. I don't know how famous it was. But anyway, this tastes like peanut butter Burnett's. I don't know if that existed, but if it did, it would taste like this. Very, very peanut buttery, very, very alcoholic. Not my fave, but I am gonna finish it. Out of respect. No offense to the people at this brewing company, I'm sure they're nice. I'm finally in for the night and so happy to be back in my van. But there's one more thing to do. When I first got to Guadalupe Mountains National Park, I bought a sticker, and I'm gonna put it on my water bottle, but I was like, no, can't put it on there yet. You have to earn the sticker. Between the altitude sickness, going the wrong direction, freezing my butt off, I think I earned the sticker. Cheers. If you are a frequent viewer of this channel, you might recognize Gusto. That's a brewing company in New Jersey. I got this Minnesota sticker when I was hiking the Superior Hiking Trail. And we got Shenandoah from when I did Old Rag. I'm so lucky to have gone on so many good adventures. And thank you for being here with me on this one. Till next time. Bye.